In 2025, 10 countries have decided to ban American visitors, and it's shaking up the world of international travel. Whether you're a seasoned globetrotter or planning your next vacation, these travel bans could affect your plans. But why are these countries doing this, and what does it mean for you? Stick around as we break down which countries have shut their borders to US citizens and why this could change how you travel forever. Let's dive in. Number 10. North Korea. North Korea has officially banned American visitors in 2025 due to ongoing diplomatic tensions and security concerns. The North Korean government cites US sanctions, past conflicts, and allegations of espionage as key reasons for the ban. Previously, US citizens were already heavily restricted from traveling to North Korea, requiring special permission from the US government. However, this new ban completely prohibits American tourists, journalists, and humanitarian workers from entering the country. The North Korean government claims that the decision is necessary to protect its national security and prevent foreign interference. US passports are now invalid for travel to North Korea, meaning any American attempting to enter, whether through China or another country, will be denied entry or even detained. The US State Department has also issued strong warnings, advising American citizens not to attempt travel to North Korea due to the risk of arrest and severe legal consequences. Number 9. Venezuela. Venezuela has banned American visitors in 2025 due to ongoing political tensions and economic sanctions imposed by the US government. The Venezuelan administration claims that the US has interfered in its internal affairs, supporting opposition groups and imposing financial restrictions that have hurt the country's economy. As a response, Venezuela has declared a complete ban on American tourists, journalists, and diplomats. Previously, US citizens needed special visas to enter the country, but now entry is entirely prohibited. This decision aligns with Venezuela's efforts to distance itself from Western influence and strengthen alliances with countries like Russia, China, and Iran. American travelers attempting to enter Venezuela may be denied boarding by airlines or stopped at immigration checkpoints. The US State Department has already issued strong travel warnings, advising citizens to avoid attempting travel to Venezuela due to safety concerns, including high crime rates and political instability. Number 8. Russia. Russia has banned American visitors in 2025 due to escalating diplomatic tensions and security concerns. This decision follows a series of conflicts between the US and Russia, including economic sanctions, political disputes, and accusations of espionage. The Russian government has stated that the ban is a response to US policies that it views as hostile, including support for Ukraine and sanctions targeting Russian officials and businesses. Moscow has also cited concerns over foreign interference and national security risks as reasons for barring American tourists, journalists, and business travelers. Previously, Americans faced visa restrictions, but now the ban is absolute. US citizens can no longer enter Russia, even for tourism or business. Reports suggest that Americans who attempt to travel to Russia through third-party countries may also be denied entry. The US State Department has warned American citizens against attempting travel to Russia, citing potential risks of detainment, visa denials, and diplomatic complications. Number 7. Iran. Iran has officially banned American visitors in 2025 due to rising geopolitical tensions and national security concerns. The Iranian government claims that the ban is a response to US sanctions, military presence in the Middle East, and accusations of espionage. Previously, American travelers faced strict visa requirements, often needing sponsorship and extensive background checks. However, as of 2025, Iran has completely closed its borders to U.S. citizens, including tourists, journalists, and business travelers. Iranian officials have warned that any American attempting to enter the country, even through third-party nations like Turkey or the UAE, could face arrest or deportation. The ban also extends to dual nationals, meaning Iranian Americans may be denied entry or detained upon arrival. The U.S. State Department has issued a high-risk travel advisory, warning that Americans should not attempt to visit Iran due to serious risks of imprisonment and diplomatic complications. Number 6. China. China banned American visitors in 2025 as a response to rising diplomatic tensions and economic conflicts between the two nations. The Chinese government has cited national security concerns, U.S. sanctions, and accusations of foreign interference as key reasons for the ban. Previously, American travelers faced increasing visa restrictions, but now China has implemented a complete entry ban for U.S. citizens, affecting tourists, business travelers, and even students. Reports suggest that Americans attempting to enter China, even for transit, may be denied entry or face extended questioning at airports. This decision is believed to be a retaliation for U.S. policies regarding trade restrictions, human rights concerns, and growing military presence in the Asia-Pacific region. Additionally, China has accused the U.S. of espionage and cyber attacks, further escalating tensions. The U.S. State Department has warned American travelers to avoid any attempts to enter China, citing the risk of detainment, surveillance, and diplomatic complications. Number 5. Afghanistan. Afghanistan has officially banned American visitors in 2025 due to security concerns and strained diplomatic relations. Since the Taliban took control of the country, tensions between Afghanistan and the U.S. have remained high, with the Afghan government accusing the U.S. of past military interventions and interference in its internal affairs. Previously, Afghanistan was already a high-risk destination for American travelers, with the U.S. State Department strongly advising against visiting due to threats of terrorism, kidnapping, and political instability. Now, the Taliban has made it officially illegal for U.S. citizens to enter the country, citing national security and foreign influence risks. Even humanitarian workers and journalists, who were previously able to enter under special conditions, are now completely barred. The Taliban has also warned that any American attempting to enter Afghanistan, even through neighboring countries like Pakistan or Iran, may face arrest or deportation. The U.S. government has strongly urged all American citizens to avoid any travel to Afghanistan, as consular support is extremely limited, and those detained may face serious legal and diplomatic challenges. Number 4. Nicaragua. Nicaragua has banned American visitors in 2025 due to rising political tensions and accusations of foreign interference. The Nicaraguan government, led by President Daniel Ortega, has accused the U.S. of supporting opposition groups and attempting to destabilize the country. Previously, American travelers faced strict visa requirements and increased scrutiny at border checkpoints. However, as of 2025, Nicaragua has completely closed its borders to U.S. citizens, prohibiting entry for tourists, journalists, and diplomats. The government claims that the ban is necessary to protect national security and prevent what it calls foreign meddling in its affairs. There have also been reports of Americans being denied entry at airports or deported upon arrival. The U.S. State Department has issued a travel advisory warning Americans not to attempt to visit Nicaragua, citing concerns about arbitrary arrests, surveillance, and a lack of diplomatic assistance for detained U.S. citizens. Number 3. Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia has banned American visitors in 2025 due to escalating diplomatic tensions and security concerns. The Saudi government has cited political disagreements, U.S. policies in the Middle East, and national security threats as key reasons for the ban. Previously, Saudi Arabia welcomed American tourists, business travelers, and religious pilgrims visiting Mecca for Hajj and Umrah. However, as of 2025, U.S. citizens are no longer allowed to enter the country, even for religious purposes. The decision is believed to be a retaliation for U.S. policies regarding oil production, arms deals, and its stance on regional conflicts. Saudi officials have also expressed concerns over foreign influence and espionage. Reports indicate that American travelers attempting to enter Saudi Arabia may be denied visas, turned away at the border, or even deported upon arrival. The U.S. State Department has strongly advised American citizens to avoid attempting travel to Saudi Arabia, as diplomatic relations remain strained and consular assistance may be limited. Number 2. Cuba. Cuba has banned American visitors in 2025 as a response to renewed tensions between the Cuban and U.S. governments. This decision follows stricter U.S. sanctions against Cuba and accusations that the U.S. is interfering in Cuba's internal affairs. Previously, American travelers faced strict travel restrictions, but they could still visit under specific categories such as cultural exchanges or family visits. However, as of 2025, Cuba has completely closed its borders to U.S. citizens, prohibiting entry for tourists, journalists, and even business travelers. The Cuban government has stated that the ban is necessary to protect national sovereignty and resist U.S. economic pressure. Even Americans attempting to enter through third-party countries like Mexico or Canada may be denied entry or deported. The U.S. State Department has warned travelers that Americans should not attempt to visit Cuba, as diplomatic relations remain strained, and those caught violating the ban may face legal consequences or difficulties returning to the U.S. Number 1. Turkey. Turkey has banned American visitors in 2025 in response to increasing political and security tensions between the U.S. and Turkey. The Turkish government has cited diplomatic conflicts, concerns over U.S. military presence in the region, and accusations of interference in domestic affairs as the primary reasons for the ban. Previously, U.S. travelers could visit Turkey with ease, especially for tourism and business. However, now the Turkish government has suspended all visa processing for American citizens, effectively closing its borders to U.S. tourists, businesspeople, and diplomats. This decision is seen as a retaliation for U.S. policies regarding Turkey's handling of internal political issues, military actions in Syria, and its relations with Kurdish groups. The ban also extends to dual citizens, meaning Americans of Turkish descent are also prohibited from entering Turkey. The U.S. State Department has issued a travel advisory, urging Americans not to attempt travel to Turkey, as detention or deportation risks are high, and consular support may be limited. And that's a wrap on today's video, folks. The world of travel is changing fast, and these 10 countries are making it harder for U.S. citizens to explore. If you're planning a trip, stay up to date on the latest travel advisories and restrictions, because you never know when borders might change. Don't forget to hit that like button if you found this information helpful and subscribe for more travel updates and tips. Turn on notifications so you'll never miss our latest content. Do you have any thoughts on these travel bans? Let us know in the comments below. We'd love to hear what you think and if you think any other countries could join this list. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Safe travels, everyone.